What's going on, everybody? This is Brian Mazik, aka Unique Mazik. I'm the hardest working man in sports and gaming, and I'm showing off the MLB The Show 21 Stadium Creator. It's a pretty awesome feature, and I got 5 what I believe are super unique stadiums that I want to share with you. I actually created them all. We may do another video that kind of shows off some of the stuff in the community because a lot of people are creating some really dope stadiums. But I'm going to start off with this one I call Dream Gardens, and it's from Chicago. So I'm going to give y'all the disclaimer right from the top. These stadiums are not child-proof. So if you looking and you wondering, yes, if you're coming out here to Dream Gardens or any of these other stadiums that I'm going to show you, you better hold your baby's hand because there are several places for them to fall. So please do not allow them, and don't get drunk at the stadium and get real crazy around the railing. Something bad might happen. All right, so you see this right here. This is a slide, and we like they got an arcade in the outfield. We had the raised stands above the batter's eye, so it's really hard to hit a home run straightaway center field that far anyway in baseball period or even in the MLB The Show, but we got it there. All right, so we see you got the city in the background. You know, this is in Chicago, so if you know anything about Chicago, that means this is pretty close to downtown. I went for a Navy Pier kind of a feel. Y'all from Chicago, y'all feel me. You know what I'm trying to say. I went for a Navy Pier kind of a thing happening there. What do you think? Did I get Navy Pier? We ain't got the Sears Tower. We ain't got the Hancock building, the Standard Oil. I don't even know if they still call it the Standard Oil. I don't think it's the Sears Tower anymore. It's going to be the Sears Tower for as long as I can. That's how I look at it. Then we put this little building here sitting on top of it. I'm not sure what this is for satellite TV. That's what we're going to say. So this is a little college stadium here over on the right. And we got some parking lot. I've been getting a lot of grief from my parking lots. I posted a couple images online, and one of them was of this particular stadium. I think it was this one. And somebody said, how many people does that stadium seat? You got a lot of parking. I said, you know what? You're not invited. Don't come to the stadium. You don't have to be here. This is optional. You know, you don't have to come to my ballpark. You can stay at home if you think that there's too much parking and not, if the parking seating ratio is off for you, then this is one you don't have to come to. But this is Dream Gardens for the Chicago. And this is all a part of a project that I'm doing. I'm kind of rebranding baseball, and with new stadiums, new teams, new players, new everything. So doing, like I said, original stadiums. You can see the dimensions of the outfield wall here. This one's not all that hitter friendly. 322 down the line, 327 down the line is okay, but you saw it gets a little deep out there to the other side. So that's my first one. Here's my second one, which is actually, this one might be my favorite. This is for the Milwaukee Aces, and this park has a lot of character to it. I posted this one on Twitter, got a lot of response, and one of the reasons it got so much of a response is because of left field. Look at left field. You're gonna need a therapist if you play left field in Milwaukee. In my world, I ain't even gonna tell you. I'm wait till we show. I was about to tell you how far that is down the left field line. If you're a right-handed power hitter and you are playing for the Milwaukee Aces, I suggest you ask to be traded because your numbers and subsequently your contract. See that 500 feet down the right field line. Your contract and any kind of incentives you have that are based on home runs are going to be drastically impacted by this particular park. You see it seats 90,000, I mean not 90,000, 60,000 people. And we have the wall that kind of goes up a little bit towards as we get into left center field. And somebody asked me, well, why are there 3 clock towers? Again, these parks are optional. If you don't like my clocks, then you don't have to come to my park. No, but actually, that's Central Time, Eastern Time, and Pacific Time. They want to welcome people from all across the country. This is what they want to do. So this is all inclusive. This is a welcoming kind of a thing. Now, if you look at center field is very similar to left field in that if you are an outfielder in that range, you're going to need some help from some sort of psychiatrist because it's an A. The A is there for it's shaped like an A because it's the Milwaukee Aces, but that's 500 feet to center field. Now, what I think may happen in this park, and I've tested it out a little bit, you might see an inordinate amount of inside the park home runs because there's a lot of field to cover. There's corners, there's monsters in the corner. There's not actually monsters, but at any rate, I really feel that from a character standpoint and from a lack of safety standpoint, this may be one of the most unique stadiums you'll ever see on the whole thing. Now, you want to talk about, I will admit, this is excessive parking. So what I came up with is, you see the buildings on the outside. These are like apartment buildings and stuff. They share parking. That's how this is. So the ballpark got parking, and then some of this other the residents in these buildings, they can park there too. So that's how we went with that. That's how that works. And that it's income. We're raising the earning potential of everything here. See, that's 500 feet down there. Hit one down there if you want. But imagine if you line one straight down the left field line, and you got a speedster, man, and say the speedster is predominantly, say if he's a right-handed hitter, and he is a spray hitter, and they expect him to hit to the opposite field, so they're shifting, and it goes straight down there. He gonna run forever. I love the thought of it. All right, here's my next stadium. I really like the outside of this stadium quite a bit. It's for the St. Louis Sting, right? And I'm gonna pan away a little bit so you can kind of see what I did. Yes, Busch Stadium has one arch right there in center field, but I just went arch crazy. I went arch exponentially. So we just went to another level. See, we got a little tennis court on top of the parking garage over there in case you're feeling frisky. But look at this. We get the whole park is surrounded by arches. My son thought it was from McDonald's. And so he's on punishment. He won't be playing the game for a few months because I felt that was disrespectful. But anyway, yes, we have surrounded the park with arches here. And I think this is just aesthetically beautiful. Now, I didn't do a lot of stuff with roadways for most of my stadiums, but for this one, I don't know. I felt a little fancy. So I had a little, road go around there. I don't know where it all leads to. That's part of the journey. I invite you to take it with him. My wife asked me, they said, can the ball hit one of these arches? I said, ma'am, no. Ma'am, no. Ma'am, no. Sometimes you get a little sensitive. People ask you a realistic question about your fake ballpark, and it makes you feel some kind of way, and that's kind of how I felt. So she, we're all right, though. But she asked me if a ball could hit one of the arches. There's no way in the world in MLB The Show, I don't even think in real life there's been somebody that hit the ball that far out of the ballpark and hit one of them arches. I just don't think so. But it would be cool, I guess, if, Goku or Broly was hitting third and fourth in a lineup and could hit a home run and hit one of those arches. But here we go. This is, like I said, I really like this park. It's got I love the outside more than the inside. Some of this stuff, you might see some beams sticking out. Like I said, hold your children's hands at these parks. We don't want to be sued at all. We just want everybody to be okay. All right, our next park is in Memphis. This is the Memphis Rush. I dig it. This one's, I like all my parks, I will say. But this one is not my favorite. It's kind of there. Some of y'all might like it. It's not safe, again. Hold your kids' hands, again. Especially when you're going up here to the upper decks and stuff, because I'm not responsible for what happens. Just like I'm saying, I'm just telling you. 30,000 people here. We could have added a lot more. We didn't add the park, and only had 60% field, 52% field in terms of the memory space allotted for this particular park. See, we got 300 feet down left field line, so we can definitely jack them out there. If you're a right-handed hitter, you might want to play for Memphis. There is a large wall to center field, so the chances that you're going to hit a home run in straightaway center field on the riverboat in Memphis, a riverboat, I just thought that might mean something to somebody. But yeah, if you're going to hit one on the boat, you got to hit it pretty high. And then here we are down the right field line. It's 300 as well. And yeah, I think this is pretty decent. Y'all let me know in the comments which one of these parks do you think is the best. If you hate them all, just keep it to yourself. Don't even. If you don't want to come to the park, you don't have to. No, I'm just joking. If you hate them all, you can say that as well. This one I think is my wife's favorite. It's in Honolulu, Hawaii. It's called Koa. That's for my team, Honolulu Koa. That's gonna be the team. There's no professional teams in Hawaii that I'm aware of for any sport. I decided to make one. We got palm trees planted in sand. I don't think that's how they grow, but it looked nice from a color distribution standpoint, and you never know, they could be fake palm trees. That's what they are. That's what we're gonna go with. They're fake palm trees. And then there's a little hotel out here in the back. Now this here, I decided, I don't know, I think my wife asked me if that was Castle Grayskull or something. So that's our second strike. So at the third strike, I think we might have to go silent for a day or two. but that's not Castle Grayskull. I was trying to add a little bit of character. I don't know. It looks like you're supposed to go there and learn how to play the Quidditch or something. But it's still, like, overall, I think this is beautiful. I think this is beautiful. Now, if you are interested in downloading any of these stadiums because you feel that I have done a fantastic job creating these, or maybe if I've just inspired you and you saw a way that you could kind of make this a little bit better here or there, you can download these on PlayStation 5. Because obviously Stadium Creator is a next-gen exclusive. It's easier. I did save them by the names of the stadiums, but it's easier if you search my PSN ID, which is Unique Mazik. That's UNIQUE. I almost started singing Queen Latifah. UNIQUEMAZIQUE. That's also my Twitter handle, so in case you want to say hi and thank you for the fantastic stadiums on Twitter, you can do that. But yeah, this is a little bit of little footage of Javier Baez in the home run derby at the Dream Gardens, which is the park that I made for Chicago. So this is a blast, though. There's a couple things that I think they can still fix with Stadium Creator to make it even better, like the fact that there's no night games is kind of really like what is really happening with that. Camera thing is a little still weird. But overall, this is a fantastic feature, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Leave a like, subscribe. God bless, and peace.